Mindbender Press presents The Muse, a novel of unrelenting terror by Arjay Lewis. Read by the author.
One. Neil Trajan. The lights were off as Sheriff Neil Trajan drove up to his farmhouse. That didn't completely surprise him. Sandy always went to bed by 11 and no later. He turned off the engine and stepped out of the car, and immediately his cop senses told him something was wrong, very wrong. He moved silently to the door, inserted his key in the sturdy metal lock, and unlocked it. He moved his 6-foot frame through the doorway slowly, as if he was swimming through molasses. He found his hand went for his gun, only to be surprised for a moment that it wasn't on his hip. When he'd left for the conference of Maine law enforcement officers, he didn't bring his service revolver. It was upstairs in the dresser by the bed. He could hear his own heartbeat thunder in his ears as he gazed around the simple living room, the brown leather sofa that he and Sandy had picked out together, the recliner in which he often slept after a grueling day, the dark wood paneling that he rubbed with castor oil to maintain its luster. Everything appeared undisturbed. What wasn't normal was there was no light left on of any kind. His wife would always leave one lamp burning until Neil was home. He walked upstairs as quietly as a cat. He felt danger, the smell of it all around him, the stench of death. He stealthily moved in the upstairs hall, gaining no solace from the flowered wallpaper Sandy adored so much. He carefully opened the door to their bedroom. He just wanted to peek in and watch her sleep, to calm himself and prove that his panic was just an unreasonable response to being out of town for 3 days. As he moved beyond the varnished wood of the door, he found the bed empty, the sheets neatly tucked in the precise way she left them every morning. It hadn't been slept in. His sense of alarm rose a notch, his heart banged in his chest, and he needed to tell himself to stay calm, stay focused. In the darkness, as his eyes adjusted, Neil scanned the room as only a police officer could. He moved quickly to the dresser and extracted his service revolver. He slid open the cylinder to make sure it was loaded, noiselessly closed it, and pushed the safety off. Then he grabbed a flashlight from the bedside table. Slipping back into the hall, he crept to the second bedroom. It was currently a guest bedroom, but he and Sandy planned to make it a nursery, maybe in a year or two. They often laughed about their plans, often as a form of foreplay. Neil could recall their voices in his head. "I don't know if we can just have kids any time we want, Neil." "For goodness sake, San, it's not all that difficult. Let me show you how it's done." "I suppose it wouldn't hurt to practice." A folded futon lay in its oak frame, empty. He walked over to the battered desk where Sandy kept her copies of the records for the Oxford
Sample complete. Ready to continue?